Hello! Probably you already saw this animation here on my channel. Well, now I'm here to show you how my friends and I made this animation. If you have no experience with this kind of subject, don't worry. I'm a Barbosa, a 3D artist for almost 17 years, and I will try to be as clear and simple as possible to help you understand how this animation was made. This software that I have opened here is Maya, the main tool that we used and the visual effects industry uses to create the layout of these scenarios, whether they are like this, a natural environment or even entire cities. At this stage, my friend Rodrigo Souza was responsible for the animation of the Indominus. I created a simple floor and a background so that we could have a preview of the whole idea. After a few days giving life to our dinosaur, and here it's worth it for a parenthesis, some animations can take weeks or even months to be completed. In this case, Rodrigo is very experienced artist who was able to do the work in approximately 1 week. When we had the animation done, it was the turn of my friend Wesley Schneider to create the muscles and saliva. Wesley's main work, beside of the muscles and saliva, is also the artist we call rigger. He is one of the best in the industry, by the way. The riggers is essentially the guy responsible for creating controllers that the animators will use to bring the characters to life. With the muscles ready, you might feel when the dinosaur moves, the skin moves over the fat itself. This certainly brought a lot of realism to the whole animation. While we had some previews of the animations ready, we could start working on sound effects and soundtrack. Our friend Luan Santiago was responsible for that. He did a great job and put his own version for the creature's roar, which was very realistic and brought a very credible life. Creating this scenario started in Maya by creating a straightforward layout that went through several attempts. Simple using boxes as a representations of what would become the cliffs. In this program called Houdini, from a completely flat plane, I raised the earth walls and gradually create details. Obviously, always following the real reference to inspire me and guide me to the most realistic result. To put all together, I used Clarice. When I started this stage, Wesley already had the final version of our dino. It's worth remembering that all stages were running almost at the same time. We were careful to correct problems and improve some things several times during the project. Inside Clarice, I imported the terrain first. Then I started apply textures. After that, I started scattering some dry vegetation and small rocks. Then I imported the foreground, add the textures, and also small rocks and vegetation. In this step, I felt the need to put dry trees. In the background, I put a giant skull. This brought fantasy to imaginary, and drama because there are guys bigger than the Indominus. Finally, I imported our big star to the environment and started working on what we called look development. Finally, we did the render process. Basically, is make each animated frame a quality image. Each second of animation needs 24 frames, and each frame took approximately 20 minutes to render. It was only possible for Clarice, that supports a large amount of information. If you watched it this far, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram where I always show some examples of digital arts and my most recent works. I hope you enjoyed the video. Big hug and see you next time.